tell you what I saw today. A misconception that I'm ever thinking. I'm on the team, you're running this baby. I came to show you a boundary. I came to show you my answer. I came to show you the boundaries. Wait a second to bounce from me.
We understand that new bike's pretty good.
The new one is very good, and as all Suzukis are, obviously. But the 09 bike's faster, and it's just the next step up. You know, it's 09, it's an evolution, and it's going to be a good bike. We're looking forward to it.
I think once we get it, the new 09 is going to be the bike to beat. And it's been the 08's been the bike to beat too already this year. So it's going to be tough out there for the rest of the guys.
Brought for us today this special piece of dessert cake. It's called the 2009 GSX-R1000, and it has all sorts of things that we've never seen before: switches, dials, warp engine monitors and things, and you're gonna walk us through it.
Yeah.
Some of the, basic, it still has clip-ons. The throttle is on the right, the clutch is on the left, the front brake is on the right, and the cast tank is somewhere in the middle, but after that, similarities start to get foggy. Go for it, Garrett.
Yeah, with the new GSX-R1000 K9, I think the only thing that's possibly a carryover from last year is the fuel tank cover.
Sweet.
Maybe that and the oil filter. Everything else is brand new, top to bottom.
The key goes in the top still, right there.
Gas still goes in there.
It still goes in there.
First thing they did is they got a new short stroke engine that's also more compact, shorter front to rear.
And they did that by moving the transmission up on top or something.
Yeah, you got it. They moved the transmission shaft, countershaft sprocket up top, making the engine shorter. Also, the short stroke motor is better for high RPM performance, so when we modify it for racing or adjust it for racing for guys like Matt Mladen, Blake Young, or Tommy Hayden, it's got the potential to go out and win races like it did this past weekend at Barber.
Really happy about the result and the Rockstar Makita's Yoshimura Suzuki guys first race on the 09 bike, and obviously a great weekend for us. So we look forward to going back to Infineon now, where we tested, and we've learnt a lot out of that test and now this race, and had a beautiful motorbike today.
When the engine's smaller, the designers or engineers have more freedom when they build a chassis. They can make the wheelbase shorter, the swing arm longer, so it's got good agility while also maintaining stability in the corner.
So, and they've done that. So
Yep.
The wheels overall are closer together, but the distance from the swing arm pivot to the rear axle, that has gotten longer because the transmission went up on top.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like it makes sense, but at the end it all works.
Apparently so.
Also, new front suspension, Showa BPF fork, new cartridge-less system that's lighter and better stability under braking.
Yeah, so now let's talk about this for a second. Normally there's a nut to do your preload. That isn't there.
Normally,
This big giant nut is the actual fork cap itself.
fork cap. Normally, the springs are on top, the valve is on the bottom.
Okay.
It's reversed. The spring is on the bottom, so preload is on the bottom now, and rebound and compression are on top. It's a better system. They used it to win Suzuka 8-hour 2 years ago, and it seems to be working pretty good.
Yeah. And it says it right there. It says TEN stands for tension, which is rebound, and then COM actually does short for compression. So, okay, and then if you want to do your preload, you're going to find it down at the bottom.
It's at the bottom. So.
All right. Comes with a little steering damper like they've had for the last while.
Yeah, speed-controlled steering damper, electronically controlled by the ECU. So
Okay.
as speeds are lower, less damping for parking lot stuff.
Yeah.
As speeds increase, racetrack, things like that, more damping, more stability.
Welcome back to the Winter Circle.
Yeah, thanks, man. Feels good to be here. It's been a while. And, you know, we just hung in there. It feels good to bring Jordan Suzuki home, get to second place.
All right, we have our meter. We have our ABC mode still here on the right.
No, actually,
No?
for this year, the ABC mode is now to the left-hand side.
Oh, see, I'd have got that wrong.
So you hold down the meter. On the left-hand side, you've got up and down buttons, and you can toggle between A, B, and C. We did that because the riders were saying to do this and the throttle on the right hand
Was too much.
was a little bit harder, especially in 1000.
So it's this thing down here?
Yeah, you've got two. You got one on the top where the flash to pass used to be, or one on the bottom.
Oh, so up and then down with your thumb.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's here on the right-hand side, where the drive mode selector used to be, toggles between the different functions on your dash. Odometer, trip meter. There's a new lap timer function. Clock, things like that. Makes it a lot easier when you're riding down the road and it's on the clock, but you want to see how many miles you did. Before you have to go stop, pull over, and push the buttons.
Yeah.
This makes it a lot more convenient.
And you just scroll through it.
And you just scroll through it all.
through the
Plus
seconds.
it controls the lap timer.
Yeah. And as we were talking before about when you're going to do the lap timer thing now, don't try and look at something that's on the road like the start-finish line. Pick up something that you can go by in your peripheral vision.
Yeah, I think it takes a little bit of practice, but it's a great tool.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody can have the high-tech race stuff, so I think it's a good indicator, but it's fun to use too.
Now the titanium pipes here, the titanium pipes get blue when they get hot.
Yep. Yeah, titanium headers, titanium end caps with a stainless steel under canister for the catalyst and the O2 sensor. So it's all emissions compliant, meets all the requirements that we need to sell it here, while still producing good horsepower and good for riding.
So the front calipers are new.
Yeah,
They're
new.
not the same.
New Tokiko monobloc calipers, so they're
What
lighter.
does monobloc mean to me?
The calipers before were two pieces bolted together, so there was always some. It's two pieces.
Right.
This is a one-piece cast unit.
Ah, okay.
So it's more rigid, it's lighter, and it's better feel too.
Right. So the forces of braking are not going to be transferred into twisting a thing that's of multiple components. It's just all going to stay right there and keep the force in the
one piece.
rotor. Okay.
Rotors are lighter. We've got aluminum buttons now, so that makes it a little bit lighter. And the wheels front and rear are a new design, but also a little bit lighter than last year. Anytime you can have lighter rotating mass, it's going to turn better, it's going to handle better, it's easier to ride.
Not such a gnarly gyroscope.
Not so much.
All right.
On the front of the bike, ram airs are a little bit closer together. New headlight. Also, we used to have mesh in here. They've taken that out for maximum flow for the air box.
Okay.
Ram air production.
So your filters, we have air filters
We have
in
air
the box
filters in
for
there.
a reason, so
Yes.
let's go ahead and let them
We're
do their
going to let
job.
them do their job.
That's right.
And getting maximum flow through the front of the bike.
What a concept.
The bike just felt fantastic. I was really, really happy, you know, in that race. It just felt really, really good. So, you know, there's a good result for us, and you know, again, on to Infineon.